Good morning, YouTube. Today we're gonna discuss here on TT about shape during the process. How can we adapt, the details of our process and rethink, reconsider sometimes if you think it's necessary, and so on. My name is Endo Miller, and Rodrigo, can you introduce yourself, please?
Me, or there is another Rodrigo here?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you.
Okay. My name is Rodrigo. I'm 30. I'm single. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm here because I would like to practice more and know more about many other people that I'm seeing here. And that's it.
Thanks a lot, Rodrigo. Let me see. Ana Paula, please. Your turn.
Hello, everyone. I am Ana, 27 years old. I live in Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais, a physiotherapist, a doctor student, and I'm here because I don't want to analyze my data that I need to do right now. So if I don't want to do it, I'm here.
Oh my God, I expect to hear so much. Oh, I love this topic, this subject, and for this reason I will attend your meeting. But okay, no problem. Julia.
You say that you need to be honest, so I'm honest.
Yeah, you're right. Julia, how about you?
Hello all, I'm Julia. I'm 32 years old. I live in São Paulo. And as I mentioned, I just found out about TALKNTALK. I was looking at LinkedIn and someone posted, and I really feel the need to improve my English because at my work, I work in a consultant group, and at work I have to speak English all the time with directors and etc. And I feel very insecure. Especially with professional language. So for me, talk about amenities, it's easier than professional language, expressions, and etc. So hopefully, I hope to join every week to improve in it.
The technical English. Okay.
Yes, technical English. Yes.
Victor, how about you?
Hello, guys and girls. I'm Victor. I'm from Aracati, Ceará, best known for Canoa Quebrada Beach. And I'm here to improve my English, to improve my, to be more comfortable speaking with strangers too. It's a good side effect. And this is it.
Thanks a lot, Victor. Let's see, Bruna, please.
Hi guys, good morning. It's really nice to have you all here. My name is Bruna. I live in São Paulo with my family. I work as a teacher, and I'm also here because I want to improve and to put my speaking into practice. And also because I love this place. I love all these people who are here, and it's just a great environment to be at, That's it.
Thanks a lot. Atamis, are you here? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. So I am Atamis. I'm 36. I live in England, and but I'm from Minas. And yeah, I'm a dietitian. I'm an artist. I was looking this topic and I say I have to talk about it because I am a little confused about planning and executing things. So yeah, I will figure out during the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, we here all to learn because I just want to hear from you, your details and how do you do the things. But here in the main room, we will start with the first question, and then you can you make improve the conversation, create other questions, and so on. So the first question is, what's your process of starting creating something? Atamis, you can start. It's up to you.
Okay. One idea. The first step is I have an idea and I have to see the image of that thing ready in my mind. Like when I'm doing embroidery piece, I have to look. I have that image in my mind first, and I have no plan after that. That's all my intuition.
That's fair.
Yeah, that like I see people doing like choosing the colors, choosing the how many shades of colors, how many time that you spend. I have no idea what I do, so it's coming with the time, with the process. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Let me see order here. Julia, how about you, your process?
I am still thinking. I don't know if I have a process. You know, like actually for me, it's very difficult to start something new, to have this discipline of planning and thinking about the steps and etc. So it's really a pain point for me. I don't think that I have a structured process to start or create something. So I don't know, like I'm trying to think of an example, but okay, I'll like something that I've been thinking of is I really don't like my job. So I would love to start something new, like my own, maybe with a friend. And I've been thinking about this for the past months. Of course, that needs huge planning of financial planning and etc. and ideas. But sometimes it feels like that there are so many things that I have to think about and I don't know from where to start that I give up, you know, like this is a problem that I have. To maintain this energy, to start new things, to plan, to be confident about my idea. So this is really a pain point for me. So it will be very interesting to hear all of your process to learn as well. Because I think I don't really have one.
Okay. So let's hear from a PhD student, because I think they are awesome, you know, planning the things and concluding also. Ana Paula, please.
Oh yeah, I think a PhD student, we always planning, but we never execute the things that we planned. But it's okay. I think the first step is to identify a problem. I always start creating things related with this, especially because I am a physiotherapist. So I need to identify the problem, identify things that I can do better with my patient or in my own life. Then I think in a solution, and I take a problem and a solution. And the way to, I don't know, to link things, it's like Atami said, we don't know how to do. And I'm not this kind of person who plan a lot of things, who has a list. No, I just know that I need to do something and I'm just going. That's the reason sometimes I never achieve the goal because I don't plan, but that's me.
Yeah, just maybe.
Yeah.
Because even since I started to plan a lot and make a kind of to-do list, you know, in order to reach the goals that I'm seeing and I have to do, you know, planning is something that we are always developing because we have to shape the details a lot. But I think that the thing that changed since I started is to be more comfortable with the goals, you know, like nowadays I can see, oh, I need to do these, you know, in this time, during this time, you know, and these days I need to conclude this stuff. So, you know, it's more to kind of provide us comfortable. I think, you know, nowadays I've been thinking a lot about it. So it's something that is very interesting. Let me see. Rodrigo, how about you?
Okay, I think everything starts with a brainstorm of words and ideas and everything that comes into mind. Generally, I use some kinds of pieces of papers like Post-it to write down something. And I can, through this way, thinking many possibilities and create something. If it's a product, I can, for example, think what kind of product is this and what is the people's need? And I'm going to create based on this perspective, right?
Okay, very good. Yeah, sounds very structured, you know, very good. Victor, how about you, your process?
Okay. When I was younger, I wanted to find the best way to do something, the best way to achieve something, and many ideas, mine ideas, many of them have died on this very first process. So now I don't try to be to reach the best way. I just want to do. So I don't today I don't stay very much in this how can I say, I don't stay in this step. I do a little planning, so I can't do without planning at all, but I just do a little planning and I start doing, and in the process I can adjust to achieve the goals now.
Yeah, very good. Start acting as soon as possible. Because, you know, sometimes the most part of people spending a lot of time, you know, planning out, like Thomas says, you know, with a lot of color, you know, pen. Now I need to, you know, a very beautiful, you know, draw and from the scratch. But you need to do, you know, in a time. You have time to conclude. Well, we are discussing about the process, but I'm thinking here that we need to discuss a lot also about the behavior. You know, I think it's very based on our behavior. So to Bruno, I will ask the second question, okay? But if you want to answer the previous one, feel free, okay? So do you usually plan more than try, or vice versa?
This is a good one. I think I plan more than I act. Yeah. Just not answering like literally the first one, but like just add something. When I don't know how to start doing something, I like to watch what other people have already done, you know. So watch videos on YouTube, maybe try to read something related to the topic, like someone who has already faced that problem. And I think planning has an important role when we want to do or create something. And this is the hardest part. You're planning so much, then you spend a lot of time planning and you don't start, you know. So just like Victor said, sometimes it's better to give that first step, you know, than planning and planning. But it's hard, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. I've been thinking also about to improve the scratch, you know, we kind of a draft or scratch or something like that, you know. You have a very brief plan, like Victor says, and you start do. And of course you see, oh my God, this is a terrible and it's a mess. But you have the mess. The mess is important because then you can shape, because you know why you are thinking a lot about the things you don't have anything, you know, nothing, because you didn't. So it's important to have this mass, this first step, you know. But thanks a lot, Bruna. Let me see, Julia, how about you? Plan or try more?
I usually plan much more than tries, and this is horrible as well. But I agree with Vito. I think it's much better to just start something, like, because as long as you're trying, another problems will come out that you have to think about. You know, I mean, it's much easier actually to start, I think, and then you can solve the problems and think about other ideas. Because when you are spending this energy, it seems like everything starts to happen. But I usually take longer planning, and I'm trying to change this habit of mine.
Okay, yeah. Very good. Ana Paula, please
I think
share
I
with
have
us.
2 profiles in my life. in my professional life, I think I plan more than execute. Actually, I don't plan. I think I'm just postponing or postergation things, so procrastinating, and I think I'm this one. But in other area of my life, I think I just face the not the problem, but the opportunity. Then I start. An example with English, I think I am like this. I just face the opportunity, then I go and just let flow. But in my professional life, I think I am a little bit insecure and with a low self-esteem, and so I am more lazy, I think.
Yeah, and you brought this idea right on time, because it's basically what we are doing right now. We are speaking in English, and then you can watch it again on YouTube, and since or sometimes you hear something that, oh, I think I was wrong, I will try to correct, and shaping. So it's very good. The English is actually, English provided me a lot of very good insights about the learning process. Have been providing me a lot. And it's awesome because I'm trying to apply in other areas, like you are saying, we were saying, Mana Paula, I'm trying to apply, and to create the synergy between the areas. A PhD student, my research, that I'm drafting, also something that I expect to learn, in the future also. Atamis, how about you?
I do more than I plan.
Yes.
Much more, but I make a lot of mistakes, of course, because sometimes I just see something I want to do, and I think I can do without any plan, but it's not true many times. But it's I will defend the process, not before planning, without planning. It's important as well, because some things you figure out when you're doing, even if you plan before, like many things. So, and when you do and make a mistake, you can plan better in the future to do. So yeah, that's what I do.
Very good, very good. You're totally right. It's very good. Let me see from Rodrigo. How about you? Rodrigo?
Oh, sorry. Considering both things, I'm in the middle. I think I can plan, but I can do at the same time. But it depends on the thing. For example, I don't like to travel alone. And I'm very afraid of this kind of experience, and I need to do. If I am thinking so much, if I am wasting time planning, probably I'm not going to do. And I have to face it. I have to be brave and to struggling against myself, against my fears, and work hard on this idea. But on the other hand, if I would like to do something that needs more attention, I need to sit down and think a lot to organize all the steps, because I'm so an organized person, and that's it.
Yeah, very good. Thanks a lot. I'm thinking here, sometimes we spend a lot of time and energy also, emotional and psychological energy, thinking in the process, planning the things. But the things that we will reach, or at least we expect to reach and to solve, it's sometimes a very hard thing. You have to develop and structure well in order to finish, and so on. And we spending a lot of energy thinking without acting. And it's important to act fast, like Tom says, in order to see this, the pathway, you know, about how to finish the things, how to, you know, follow your process and so on. So considering this, I think we can answer the fourth question is, when you are developing something, I will start from Victor. When you are developing something from the scratch, you know, what do you consider the most important step? Like, I will start something, you know, and the most important step.
I think it's the start itself. As we are discussing, start is very important. It's the most important part. We can't plan everything. We can have an idea how we are going to do, but we can't plan everything unless we are actually doing. So start is really the most important.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, I started to think the things that I had to do in time, you know, pointing out the timeline. I had to finish, you know, kind of splitting the year in, you know, like in each 3 months. Like in 3 months, I have to, you know, at least finish this, at least finish that. And of course, it's a totally, you know, based on the books that I've been reading, you know, about time and manage the time. But it's very interesting to be aware about the time. I think it's important also, because even if you start without planning or planning without start, you know, we have a time, and the time it's important, you know, and the time, you know, have to, you know, kind of guide us, guide our process.
It's because I think when you plan, you maybe are trying to find solutions to problems you don't have yet, and
Very
so
good. Very good. You're all right.
as you don't have the problem yet, you shouldn't be trying to fix something that isn't broken yet. So that's why I think you can't plan so too much.
Yeah, it's spending energy, you know, in thinking that we don't have. Only
No,
imagining spending time. Oh
no.
my God. Oh, very good, Victor. Thanks a lot. Bruna, how about you?
No. He said some, like, when I read the question, I was like, maybe to start something from the scratch, I need to consider the possible problems I will have, you know. Then Victor brought this answer like, if you don't do it and if you plan too much, you are thinking of problems you don't even have. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, you know. Maybe I am doing things wrong. But what I usually do is to watch someone, or like try to find information about how to start doing that thing, and also think of the possible problems I can have, you know. But now I'm not sure anymore. Maybe this is not the best way of doing it. Angel, I think he's frozen. I would choose someone else. And Andrew, how is it for you?
It's the number 4. I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, number 4.
Oh, really hard. In my personal life, I consider the most important step is to find someone to support me. I know it's not the correct way, it's not the perfect way, but for me, it's important. I need to find someone to support my idea, to say that it's good, go on. So I feel that sometimes I need someone to say, go on, Anna, go on. So it's working for me.
Yes, and I am just like you. I need like someone, a video, a person, like someone guiding me, you know. This can be bad sometimes because I always like depending on someone or something, but that's it. And you, Julia?
I think that for me, the most important step is to have clarity on my goal. Because sometimes, I mean, during the process, you can take different paths. So for me, the most important thing is to define where do I want to reach, like my final goal, and have an idea of the timeline. So that's something that Endo mentioned. So how much time do I have? Like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So having this in mind, it helps me to define my paths, the choices that I have to do between during the process, and etc. I think this is it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let me see other Atamis.
For me, the most important thing is I want to do that thing. So that's the most important step. Like I want to do, like, because depends. Sometimes you can just you can start straight away, or you have to plan something. I do both. Like when I was moving countries, I of course I planned every step, because it was like a big change. I was leaving my job. I was selling my house of everything I had, everything I built in the past. I was giving away. So I planned. I made some mistakes, of course, but I planned. But when I don't know. I think the most important thing is that I want this. And as Bruna said, people watch people or see people, get advice from people who did. It's important as well. So yeah, for me, the most important step is what I want, and I will go after that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Adams. Guys, I have to confess that I'm checking the questions, and based on the video, it's interesting to in the main room, because you can go, in other ways of talking, another conversation about dreams and so on, if you are supported or not. But it's been interesting to learn from you. Who haven't answered yet this question?
Me?
Thanks, Rodrigo. So go ahead, space is yours.
Yeah, so I think the purpose is most important, because when we have a goal, for example, to achieve, or if you would like to be hired in a company that you like so much, the purpose is what will guide you. Because if you don't have a purpose, if you don't are aware of this kind of thing, you are probably lost. And it can be working now for you, but in the future, you will making questions to yourself, like, what am I doing here? So why I didn't think about this before, and some questions that we do when we don't are comfortable in the place that we are. That's it.
Very, very good. But let me trap you. What's your purpose?
It's a very large question.
The provocation here, this conversation is totally a provocation.
Okay, I think it depends on the area, but for example, I'm a teacher. In professional life, I think my purpose is to be engaging students to, for example, consider education as the most important thing to change the world and the country and the political things that we are seeing and things like that. So it depends on the area that we are talking about.
Thanks a lot. Very good. Very, very beautiful as well. So guys, checking the question here. Question number 7. How do you measure your adaptation or development? Julia.
Oh my God, I don't know. How can I? I don't
Yeah,
know
like
if
I'm doing good on it or not, you know, I, oh my God, I'm a
I
mess.
think
So I
that
need
from time to time we need to do a pause and think about our progress. So I don't know, let me think about an example, like the English, right? I would like to improve my English because actually I have a goal. So for example, I would love to work abroad, maybe in another country, or now that we are all working home office, I could like get a job in another country, living here in Brazil. So this is a goal of mine. So this is the first step of my process. So last week I was wondering, okay, what do I need to do to reach there? And the first thing is to improve my English. That's why I'm here now. So this was me taking action about something that I want. And I guess that a way for me to measure my progress is, I don't know yet, but take more classes. And for example, as I do have lots of meetings in English, to notice if I feel more comfortable, you know, maybe, I don't know, like I am applying to lots of job positions. And I guess that the more interviews that I do, the more comfortable I'll get. And maybe this will be a way to measure like my progress in English, for example. So
very
I don't know,
good.
it's an idea.
Yeah, but you like very comfortable speaking English, at least for me.
Thank you. I don't think so, but thank you.
Okay. Let me see. Ana Paula.
Oh, it's a tough question. I think when you know what's your goal, if you feel if you feel closer of achieve your goal, I think you are. It's a way to measure your progress. I don't know. You need to know where you are going and what's the distance of this. If you are closer, okay, you are doing some kind of progress. I don't know how to explain, but I feel like
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, let me see. Atamis, how about you?
Comparing myself in the beginning, that's for me is most important thing. Like you see when you started and how you're going now. So I think it's a good measurement. Yeah, I think so. And when I start criticizing myself less, that's for me, it's my, as I see, because I'm a very critical person of myself, of course. Of all the people as well, but I don't compare much. But yeah, when I start being more happy with the work I'm doing.
Okay, thanks, Atamis. I expect to hear comparing myself with Instagram posts. And it's a kind of, they're very terrible because I think a lot of people, you know, get stuck at, you know, when they start to compare with something that's kind of, you know, imagination and something like social media, you know, that people can choose, you know, what they will post, you know, so. And I know a lot of people that's kind of struggling, you know, for so long because of a comparison in social media. But compare to yourself in the beginning, very great. Victor.
Okay, how can we measure? The first step to measure is to know what is your goal. And there is a quote from Seneca, which I like, that says, I don't know the quote exactly, but the idea is, if you don't know the harbor you are heading, any wind is not favorable, but because you don't know where are you going. So
Got it.
the first is to know your goal, and knowing your goal, it's kind of like someone, I don't remember the name, said before, if you are getting closer to your goal, then you're doing right.
Very good. You know, actually, I love the Stoic, you know, the thinkers, the philosopher, the Stoicism. I think it's a very good way to think about the time. Very, very, very good way. Like the best, you know, the best thing that I've read was from the Stoic. Thanks, Victor. Let me see. Guys, I will bring the people from the small room, but let me see. Bruna, how do you measure your develop?
Yeah, I think just like Katami said, I like to compare myself to the time when I started, but I really liked what Vita and Anna said about know where you're going, you know, and are you close to that place? Are you getting there? And like consider all of these things, you know. I usually like, for example, when we are talking about English, I like to watch my the TNTs I was in when I started, or I don't know, record something, watch a video I have watched when I started studying, you know, to see that I could understand more now. Yeah, I think that's it, comparing.
So, yeah, I think the aim here also is to have the discussion to think that, you know, there's no the role or the pattern and the standard about, you know, how to planning, because we have to find by ourselves like our way about how to plan. And it's important to have this conversation because you can, you know, oh, I didn't think about it, or I haven't think about it, and now I can try to apply or not, you know, it's my way, or even if you want to share your way. But it's something that, you know, it's always in progress, something that, you know, your planning, it's always in progress. That's it. Rodrigo, your turn.
Okay, it's hard to answer again, but I think, as I said, I'm a teacher, and every day I am dealing with evaluations and grades, and I think the better way of measure your development is in the end of the action, the end of the period that you were there working on this thing. You give you evaluation. Maybe you can think about what you did, and you say, oh, it was a very good experience or not, and you can work better in the things that you think is your weakness. And I think this is the beginning of your progress, okay, of your process to be a better person or a better professional and something like that.
Yeah, very good. And we can create other conversation about this, because the most important point is the process, you know, like was good, because you only have to think the time when you are thinking about the beginning, how to start, and the finish point. Oh, I conclude this, and that's, you know, it's a very gap. That is it's a way, it's a moment to enjoy the process, and, you know, it's being good. Like the conversation, you know, I'm learning a lot from you, and, you know, I can improve more, and then I can improve more and more and more, because I'm having this kind of tips and advice from this conversation.
Yeah, I think that I commonly do is writing on my notebooks, and after some years I can read again, and I can compare, as the people said here, what I was and what I am right now.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks a lot, Rodrigo. It was very good. Very good. Guys, welcome back. How was the conversation for you? Did you learn a lot or not?
It was really good. We were having fun.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Leandro. Let me see all that. How about you, Eduardo? How was for you?
For me, it was great the conversation. So I had a great time, and I think it's a great topic to discuss because so it's so hard, to make plans and more hard do the plans, no? And I think for me it was very good.
Yeah, you're totally right. Thanks a lot, Eduardo, because we can take this conversation as an example. For example, we are having this conversation and then you can say something wrong in English, but you can hear from other person something that is right, and oh my god, I need to change. Is adaptation, totally adaptation, and all your process of to planning some things adaptation, and it's still in progress and will be still in progress, and so on and so on. And for these reasons, interesting to have this conversation also a lot, several times we can. Let me see, how about you, Natalia? How was for you the conversation?
Hi, it was a great time. I liked to discuss about the topic. It was good to practice the English. I forgot some words in some questions because for me, I use it to speak in English of a specific subject and to discuss it about other things with other words, vocabulary. Simply done. I can remember, and it's a challenge, but we are here to learn.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and it's basically our aim, trying to bring different topics, not only to improve your English, but also to, to extend your comprehension of the world. It's what we are doing. For example, I really appreciate to have this kind of conversation, kind of philosophic and so on, of course in quotes, but it's more or less in philosophical conversation. But other people like to bring politics subjects and so on. It's very interesting as well, actualities and, well, a lot of different subjects. Epaminondas, I have a question for you. How do you do to measure your progress, your development?
So first of all, it was amazing conversation. I love this topic and I love subjects, deep subjects like this. So it's depend on what you need to measure. But in my opinion, you need to compare yourself in the past and yourself in the present. It's more comfortable to think about, and maybe to choose something objective to analyze. And for example, if it's about money, you can measure how much money you have in your investment or in your account. Or if it's about English, you can try to read again a book that you try in the past. So you can try a lot of ways to measure your progress. And I use, first of all, I use the compare myself in the past and compare myself in the present, and not compare myself with the other people, because it's a different process about the people.
Very good. Yeah, you're totally right. Very good. Let me see. Just to finish this conversation, I would like to hear from Claudine. How was the conversation for you?
For me, was very, very good. And effort myself about plan and try, because every day I have a different plan, a different project. I have 4 or one more 5 for a project running in the parallel moment. And it's a very important conversation because effort this myself. And thank you my colleagues, Eduardo, so Yasmin, and because make myself to think more about this. And this time is very good. Thank you, Angel, for this. And this that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Courtney. So guys, that was a conversation. I will try to, develop these thoughts, all the things that I learned from the main room and try to create other, in order to, like we are doing right now, to improve the subject, make the subject more deep and more helpful. I think the core it's more helpful. And well, yeah, that's all. Thanks a lot for joining us, Julia and Rodrigo, for the first time. Keep joining if you like, follow us on social media. We have a lot of different social media, not only LinkedIn. I think that the way you found us. And well, I will share with you guys, just a minute, the link of the conversation, because if you want to check it, check your progress. That's the take-home message. And that's all, guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice week. Was very
Bye-bye.
good.
Have a nice.
Yeah, have a
Bye,
nice
thank
day.
you.
Have a nice
Bye,
day.
guys.
Good morning.